Hello my loves, it's Kat. How are you? What are you doing? I hope you're good. So today we have another pick a card and we are going to find out, what do other people think of you? What kind of energy do you give off? So what you have to do is to choose a card or a crystal. We have card 1 with sodalite, card 2 with serpentine, and card 3 with angel or quartz. So when you have made your decision, go down to the description box to find your timestamp. I will give you a few seconds to decide, and when you're ready, I will see you at your reading. Ready? Let's go. Hello my beautiful pal number 1. So you chose the sodalite. And obsidian 39. So with the obsidian, I see and feel that you have been through so much. And this is something that other people also see about you. They know and see that you have gone through much more than anybody should in just one lifetime. Like, you have had some hardships in your life. And what I feel and hear is that they just need a little bit of love. That's what I keep hearing. That's what I heard when I was shuffling as well. Like, they just need a little bit of love. And yeah, like, people are very empathetic when they think of you. It's almost like, it's not like they feel sorry for you. They feel sorry for what you have had to go through, but they think that you are incredibly strong, and they admire the fact how well you have overcome all of those things that you have had to go through. And they think that, you know, like, I don't know what I would have done. Like, I don't know, I would have just crumbled and died. Or something. Like, they don't think that they could have handled anything with such class as you did when you went through those things. And they really wish the best for you. They really want you to be happy. You're like one of those you're one of those people who, they just deserve love, you know. They just, like, there's this, like, I hope they find happiness. I hope they find happiness. There is this, like, deep, deep wish. Like, there are, like, these little wishes and maybe prayers that people have said for you and sent out to the world for you. And funny thing is that they are actually coming through those wishes. I always say, like, coming through when I try to say coming true. So sorry, coming true, not coming through. But yeah, like, they are, I feel like it's actually happening for you. Like, those prayers that people have sent out into the universe for you, they are helping you and you don't even know it yet. And oh, I forgot to set out my deck, so hold on just a minute. I'm just gonna see what decks I picked up. Oh, okay, let's take these. So pile number 1, what do other people think of pile number 1s? You're just so incredibly strong. We have Taurus. The energy around you shows the abundance of nature. It's rich, earthy, and productive, yet relaxed and slow. Interesting. Are you one of those people who, because I see kind of like hiking and going camping, and kind of like going out in nature and like, being off the grid. I don't know, maybe that's something you enjoy, or maybe that is something that you would enjoy if you tried it. But yeah, people kind of see you as a bit of a lone wolf, if you will. Kind of like I'm actually getting, this is funny, I'm actually getting Luke from Gilmore Girls. Like he's a bit of a lone wolf and quite a character, but kind of a, I don't know, maybe you vibe that, but yeah, that is what I'm getting with that card. But I also feel, did you have a poor like financial situation? Did your family have a poor financial situation when you were a kid? Like, or because I also see like some of you may have grown without a parent, or both parents, like may have been orphans, but you don't have to have been an orphan. I'm trying. God damn, I'm really, really thirsty. Anyway, what was the point? So the point was, yeah, I feel like there was some sort of a I don't want to say like a poor foundation, but like a lack of security, if you will. Like money can bring security. A parent can bring security. Having grown-ups to be raised by a safe grown-up is brings security. So there is this lack of security that you grew up with, and it could be a lack of a parent, a lack of a parent that was like there. Like maybe you had parents, but and both of them, but they didn't give you the attention that you needed. And or perhaps there was this kind of like lack of attention though, either way, like lack of attention, like you didn't have all of your needs met when you were a kid. And somehow people can kind of see that in you as you are. And I kind of feel like you're a little bit frightened about like how much people can read you, but it's not a bad thing. And I may feel, I don't know, I kind of also feel like I don't want anybody's pity. Listen. Oh no. One of my cats wants to come inside, but I'm not gonna let him. Listen. The world needs a little bit of pity, because if there is no pity in the world lately, like pity has such a bad rep, I think. Like, I don't want anybody's pity. So do you actually, if you don't want anybody's pity, then is the world that's ideal for you? Do you want like everybody to not care of other people? Like, is that what you want? Like nobody cares about how other people feel and how they have been, and they don't feel empathy towards each other. Is that what you want? Because if there is no pity in the world, there is no empathy. So everybody is kind of a psychopath because nobody cares. That's not the world you want to live in. But I don't know. There's just this, yeah, maybe a little bit of pity, but it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. I mean, the world needs a little bit more pity in it, to be perfectly honest with you. But it's not like you are a charity case, because everybody can see how strong you are. They just wish that things had been different for you, if that makes sense. Like, look at this. Like, look at this. This is how they see you. This is exactly how they see you. You are a fiery dragon who can get through anything. Like Holy Mother. Like, you're powerful. I mean, obsidian is a volcanic rock. It's formed when lava cools down without being crystallized. It's lava, you know? You are so freaking strong. People just wish that you didn't have to be so strong. You know? Like, they wish that you wouldn't have had to go through so much at such a young age. I feel like you are very, very mature. And people see it and people feel it. And, oh, what the hell does it come from? Well, okay. Cool. Yeah, so... Oh yeah, by the way, about the not having a lot of money in childhood, you're going to turn that around. I don't know if you have already, but you're going to turn that around. You will have kind of like financial security. I feel like money brings security to you. Like, that's what money means. That's what having money means to you. It means being secure and safe, and you have something to fall back on. You're absolutely going to get that. And you just work really hard for everything that you've got. Like, so unbelievably hard. And people see that, people appreciate that, and they just think that you are incredible. Like, you are stronger than 98% of the world. And they know it, and they see it. And they just want you to get some happiness. That's what they think of you. Like, you deserve some love, you deserve some happiness now. You have had to go through so much. And they also think that you're really successful. I just got a, well, I was just reading it, so, but then again, why would I have just thought of it if, well, I'm reading this book. And I think the title, because the title is in Finnish, and I'm not quite sure if it's the same thing in English, because they have often changed things, but in Finnish, the title is It Ends With Us. And there is this boy who grows up in a violent home, basically. And then he becomes homeless because he can't be in the house anymore. And I feel like I don't think the mother is the violent one. I think it's the stepfather who's the violent one. But when he asks, like, can I come back home? Like, I want to come back home to finish high school. And the mom is like, well, your stepfather wouldn't like that. So he is homeless then. But then in the end, he becomes like this great chef, like this really great chef in Boston, and it's kind of amazing. So there is this kind of like story that I see here, like somebody having a really rough start and then becoming really successful. And people see that, and I feel like you inspire people. You inspire them. Ooh, I feel like actually the pity that I said, like the feeling sorry for you, I feel like that happens when you tell your story. So it's up to you, really. But otherwise, people are really impressed by you. We have a ruling. Ooh. So I say that you are actually a very good leader, which is not surprising to me. I'm also getting a lot of like masculine energy. It doesn't matter if you are, if you identify yourself as a female though, like we all have feminine and masculine energy in us in different, like some of us has a little bit more masculine, some of us a little bit more feminine, and yeah, it's different for everyone. So I feel like you have a bit more masculine in you. Yeah, you are a great leader, like a really good leader. And people will really listen to you. You are one of those. I'm getting a lot of like male figures or male characters, because now I see like in Manifest I see Ben Stone. I also see from the 100 I see Bellamy. So I see these kind of like, if there was like a big catastrophic event, like apocalyptic event, you're one of those leader people. Yeah, you would be one of those people. Like in Lost, I see Jack, and yeah, you just have that natural ability to become a really good leader. And I feel like you're one of those leaders who don't have to raise their voice. Like a teacher. Like a teacher who doesn't have to do anything to keep the class quiet, but it's not like intimidating. It's kind of like the way Dumbledore is a great leader, you know, like he has this calming presence, and you have that too. Like you have these people feel safe around you. They look up to you. You're really intelligent. You're really empathetic, and people really listen to what you say. I'm very strongly getting Ben Stone right now from Manifest. So let's get some tarot. So pile number 1, my beautiful, beautiful spirit guides. What do other people think of my beautiful pile number 1s? Also, I just heard like, you know, like maybe you don't see yourself this way. Maybe you have no idea what you're doing and you're just scraping by and kind of like failing half the time. You have no such belief in yourself, but this is how other people see you, what other people think about you, how your energy presents itself to them. This is not how you see yourself. This is how other people see you. So keep that in mind. How do other people see my beautiful pile number 1s? How do other people see beautiful pile number 1s? And I'm also getting like James Fraser. And I'm also getting this part, like you're very there is this word in Finnish that I don't know how to translate. Should I quickly see? Because I feel like that is like really something that says a lot about you. So I'm just gonna check the word responsible. How did I not remember that word? Responsible. Oh, come on. Kind of like I'm getting this particular, I think this was actually in the books, like in the Outlander books. Like, why, I think Claire asked Jamie, like, why, how are you still a virgin? And Jamie says that he didn't want to take the chance that a woman would get pregnant by his child out of wedlock. Like, he was really responsible like that. Like, he didn't want to put anybody in a risk because of his like desires, you know. Like, he was really responsible. Like, even though he may have wanted to, you know, shag a girl, he didn't, because there is a chance that it might have ended badly. So, I'm sorry, some of the cards just, well, fell on the floor, so I just picked them up. So, let's get some tarot then. I've been shuffling for a while. So, pile number, oh, come on, okay. Well then, let's take these. Yes. You are a catch. Okay. I'm really getting a lot of male energy here, so you may identify yourself as a male, because this is very rare. I'm not getting any female characters here, and that's like, I'm sorry, I just burped. I'm drinking Pepsi too, for the caffeine. I'm not getting a lot of female energy here. It could be, if you identify yourself as a female, it could be that you have a lot more masculine energy in you. You feel responsible. You feel like very, very grown up, like very mature. So I feel like that has made the masculine in you a lot stronger. But I'm trying to think like female. Oh, okay, I got one. So we have Clark from the 100. Yeah. Clark one from 100 at least. I'm trying to think if anything else comes up also, but yeah. I feel you... I feel like you're not interested in one-night stands at all. And people kind of like that about you. Like, people kind of like that. Like you could have anyone, basically. That's what they feel like. You could have anyone, and you still choose to believe in having or finding the one, or not like saving yourself, but kind of like, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to be in a relationship with people who I don't see the future with, and it would feel weird to me to sleep with anyone I don't have feelings for. And people really admire that about you. Like, they think that you're just really amazing like that. And also, you are really good under stress. This may not seem like something that you feel like you're good at, but it is something that other people think that you're really good at. And being good with stress doesn't mean that you don't feel the stress. You feel the stress, but you don't you're not going to paralyze. It makes you... You're quick to prioritize and see what needs to be done, and you know exactly how to do them. You can delegate things to people really fast. You can think things through, like, how can I get this thing done the fastest way possible to make it happen. Like, you have this really good, like, your brain doesn't freeze under stress. That's what it means to be good under stress. Like, not freezing when you need your brain. Okay. let's start with this. We have 5 of Wands. So yeah, you have had to climb from, you know, like how people have like different starting points at life. Like it may be that people want the same thing in life, but they are born in different circumstances. Like some people may have born in a very wealthy family, some people may have grown up in a like medium wealthy family. I don't know. And some people may have been born poor, and some people may have been born orphans. Like there are these different starting points that people start from, but the process is not linear because there are always these kind of like speed bumps. Like it could be like the very wealthy, the one who had the biggest head start, like the one who was born into a very wealthy family, they might have some drug problems in the future, and that sets them back a lot. And you may have been the one at the very back of the line. Like you may have had the worst starting point, but you're so creative with the speed bumps that they don't slow you down at all. It's almost, I'm also feeling like this Tommy Shelby kind of ability to make everything work. Like Tommy Shelby, the one thing about him is that he is able to turn things around. He's able to turn things around. Like whenever something happens that is considered as bad, like this will ruin everything bad, he's able to use that thing that was the worst thing that could have happened. He's able to use it in a way that things will turn out better than they would have if it hadn't happened. Okay, so this is really hard to explain. So I don't know, he's just really good, and this is a really hard word for me to say, strategizing. Oh my god. Strategy. No. Strategizing? Okay. I'm gonna give up on that word. Maybe you know what I meant, but strategizing. Strategizing? Okay, giving up. Oh. Anyway, what I meant to say is he's really good at playing 4D chess. So yeah, like for example, let's say that Tommy Shelby's family loses all the money. Like they lose everything that they have had. Like, okay, so yeah, they lose everything that they have. That would be considered as a major problem. Like we don't have any money anymore. Like that is a huge issue. And he's able to turn around, like losing that money becomes the best thing that could have ever happened to them, because he's able to kind of like turn that around so that they will end up getting more money than they have ever had, if that makes any sense. Like I don't want to give out any spoilers, but then again, I don't remember too much about it, to be very honest with you. I'm trying to think of an option or an example. Well, maybe not from that, but maybe like in life in general. Like imagine you wanted this job really badly. Like you wanted to get this particular job. That was your dream job. And you had a chance, but you didn't get it. And you may have felt like, oh no, like this is the worst thing that could have ever happened to me. And a couple of months go by and the company has gone bankrupt. And you're so glad that it didn't happen. That's kind of like something that, you know, you didn't have power over, but I can't think of enough. Like I need to think. Is there something that I can have to say so that I could give an actual example of how you can turn it around? I can't think of anything. So I don't know. Maybe you get me, maybe you don't get me, but still, there is this ability of always seeing the silver lining and being able to turn it around so that it just, like, if you can't beat him, join him, kind of thing. You know? Like, you're able to work with the cards that you are being dealt, even though they may have been the worst cards in the deck. Because even though you have like the tiniest cards in the deck. I don't play cards, so I don't really know a lot. But let's say that you have like really bad cards, like you have the tiniest numbers, and then it turns out that you get like a flush or something with those tiny numbers. So, okay, I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna give up explaining that because I just can't. So let's move on to the other card. Yeah, so we have Seven of Pentacles. You have a lot of healing powers. And you are very, very patient. Like super patient. And people really love that about you. I'm actually getting this story about this girl. Her name is Valerie. She does YouTube. She does this like art vlog things. And she always says like how like normally like people, she lives in Germany, so she always wanted to have a computer, but her parents didn't give her like any pocket money, so it took her like 10 years to save money for a computer. And instead of her thinking like this is so unfair, like other people, like maybe they got a computer from their parents, or maybe they at least got like pocket money, so it would have been faster. But that was also such an incredible gift because it gave her so much patience. Like she is incredibly patient and she can delay gratification so much that in fact not getting the pocket money and not getting the computer so fast, it was a gift. It taught her a lot. So there is this kind of, you are able to see the other side of all of the things. You're able to see the silver linings. You're able to see the lessons behind things. We also have 10 of Pentacles. People really love being around you. They are really inspired by you. And I feel like, especially like parents and family of your now or future spouse or partner, they really like you. Like they think that you're the best thing that could have ever happened to their daughter or friend or cousin or sister or brother, whoever your partner or spouse will be to them. Like they think that you're the best thing that could have happened. I'm feeling kind of like Harry Potter, like how people love them in the Weasley family, like how Weasleys really love him and have like how Molly Weasley has taken him as a, isn't he like a 7th son? Like that. Like they really love you like that. Like they're like you are actually part of their family. This could also be a best friends family, kind of like Harry and Ron. Like Harry is Ron's best friend, so this could be a best friends family too, not just a spouse or a partner. But yeah, so yeah, this is what I had for you. I really hope you enjoyed. I would really love to read you again, and I hope I see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. So you chose the Serpentine. And Auralite, number 8. So what I see with Auralite is that you are a very powerful healer. Oop. There, okay. You are a very powerful healer, and people can see that they can sort of like sense your vibes. This is kind of weird. I'm trying to put this into words, but they... like even people who don't know you, people who pass you by at the grocery store, they often like look behind them to see you again because they just like felt your vibes. And I feel like you have a very particular style. So people notice you, and it's almost like people kind of know who you are and they pay attention to you. It's kind of like being, let's say that you are in a university or college or something, and people have seen you around there. People notice you because of your style, your vibes, your everything. And when they see you somewhere else, they just know that, oh yeah, that girl, she goes to that boy, he or she, they go to the same school with me. And they don't even know you, they don't even know your name, but they see you and they notice you and they recognize you. They're like, oh yeah, they go to the same school with me. So I feel like that is something that happens a lot, and it might be something that you're not quite aware of. But I feel like there is something very specific about you. It might be your looks, it might be, I'm kind of being drawn to the way you dress. Like that is the thing that people just crave your vibes. Ooh, well, that doesn't confuse me at all. It's the Leo. This energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. And you know, like Leos, they are, in my opinion, or what I've noticed, Leos are usually the ones who are the best dressed. Like they often have this very particular style, and they love clothes and being noticed. So that is something that you live for. I just heard that is what I do. That is what I live for. The Little Mermaid song from Ursula. Oh no, not these. I'm gonna get, let's get these first. So yeah, people really notice you. They really notice you and they like that. But also I'm getting a little bit of like jealousy vibes here as well. I have to admit, like there is some jealousy, and jealousy inspired negative thoughts, if I'm perfectly honest with you. Kind of like, I don't know, you may be getting some like hateful messages on social media, but let me tell you, when you start getting messages like that, that basically means that you've made it. Yeah, that's what it often means. Ooh, dreaming. That's interesting. What about this dreaming though? I don't even think that you are very loud. I feel like you are loud with your energy, loud with your clothes, but as a person, I feel like you are quite chill, if that makes any sense. Kind of like a introvert who loves to look awesome. That's kind of what I feel. Which is kind of funny because we have Leo who are normally very extroverted, and then we have the dreaming, which to me represents like high priestess type of energy, and high priestess to me kind of feels like introverted, divine feminine energy. So yeah, I feel like you are, yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, I may be introverted. Yeah, I may not like be interested in talking to people, but I still want to look good. So yeah, I don't know. Makes sense. Oh, those flowers are getting annoying. So, pile number 2 spirit guides. Pile number 2. I'm gonna have a drink. Healing. Didn't I say that you were a healer? And I was getting some healing energy. Restoring hope. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I think that you have this way of making people believers. Like, I don't think that you even try to convert anybody, but I feel like you really have that way of making people believe. Have you seen Once Upon a Time? Henry, the little kid, he has the heart of the truest believer. And he's able to convince, okay, I'm gonna tell you the main thing about the story. So there is the evil queen from Snow White, and she casts this curse that will curse all of the people in the Enchanted Forest, and all these storybook people. They will be cursed and moved to the world of where there are no happy endings, aka our world. So this whole city, they are being put into this city called Storybrooke, and it's in Maine, and they don't have any memory of who they were, they have their new names and new stories, and they are apart from the people that they loved. And they are very, very unhappy. And Henry, evil queen then, she gets kind of lonely. Like, it's annoying, like, she has won, but nobody actually realizes that she has actually won because nobody remembers. So she gets kind of lonely and wants something in her life. So she adopts a child, a little boy, who happens to be the son of Snow White's daughter, who they sent away just in time to get away from the curse. And Henry goes find Emma, the daughter of Snow White, and he takes them to Storybrooke to save them from the curse. And this is all like Henry tries to convince her that she is the savior. She's supposed to save all the storybook characters like Snow White and Cinderella's and all those people. And she's supposed to save them. And obviously nobody believes him, but in the end, he makes it happen. And they believe again. So I feel like you have the heart of the truest believer. So yeah, that was a really poor explanation of the story, but Once Upon a Time is really good, by the way. It's really good. If you haven't seen it, you should see it. So let's get some tarot. Yeah, you really have some. Ooh, I also see, I see, do you know Winx Club? I see Flora. Yeah, you give me Flora vibes here. Like, she is kind of like quiet and kind, but the way she dresses is quite magnificent, in my opinion. We have Six of Wands, success. And then we have Two of Swords. I see. Okay, this is interesting. I'm sorry I burped. I'm drinking Pepsi to keep myself up because I've been getting very, very sleepy after readings lately. So yeah, but at least I'm a lady and I always burp with my mouth closed, so yeah. Six of Wands, success. Two of Swords, choice, peace. Okay, got it. So I feel like you are getting noticed. And you know that you're getting noticed. It could also be that you're doing social media type of thing, or maybe you have a business or something, or you're building a career that's like in a public eye. And I feel like, what the heck was that? Okay. So I feel like you're getting comments. This could also be, you may be a mother or becoming a mother, and people are kind of already judging you by the way you are. Maybe you're going to the gym while being pregnant, or maybe you're having soda while being pregnant, or maybe you are not, maybe you have a particular way of raising your children, and people are kind of like attacking you. I know that a lot of people attack, especially like mothers. Like everybody thinks they know what's best, and I feel like it really hurts you. It really drags you down, and it's really hurtful to you, and you feel it very deeply. You are a very powerful empath. That is why you're able to make people believers, because you are a very powerful empath. But not only that, you're able to make other people feel. So I feel like you are kind of like changing things through empathy. This is really, I've never had this energy before, and it's really hard for me to explain, but basically it's almost like you make people understand how it feels to experience certain things that are difficult. Like, for example, I'm getting like trans people. I'm getting like somebody explaining how it feels to be trans, and how hard it is, and how difficult it is when people say mean things and look at you differently, and it's really hurtful and stuff like that. I feel like you are one of those people who are kind of like explaining and making people feel empathy. And through that, you're able to change people's behavior. Like, people understand that, like, okay, what I have been doing might have been hurtful to other people, and I'm going to change that. I'm never going to do that again. I'm never going to say that. Kind of like explaining why it's not okay to say certain things to maybe a grieving person, or asking questions that for others may seem like a normal question, but to others it may be really hurtful. And you're able to explain these things, how it affects people, and people understand. They hear you, what you have to say, and you're making the world a better place by just doing that. You're really making a difference, and it's beautiful. It's kind of like, oh, I just saw, like, this is funny. I actually saw Flora from Winx Club. Like, she's walking away, and there are flowers growing from her footsteps. That's what people see you as. I'm actually gonna cry. This is so beautiful. That's how people see you. They see you as this beautiful being who just comes to visit and changes everything that they have ever believed in, and then they just go away, leaving these beautiful flowers behind. But yeah, that's how I see, that's how people see you. I don't know. You should be a character in a book. I don't know, I just feel that. Honestly, if you were a magical creature, you would be a fairy. No, I have already had these cards, so I'm gonna take these. So let's get some more tarot. But yeah, I feel like painful messages and ugly words, they really have an effect on you. and you need to protect your energy. This, I'm sorry, I'm getting burps, but you can take them as confirmations. I know that some people do. like this is getting crazy. But yeah, and I just keep drinking more and more, so I don't know. Funny. And then we had this card at the back of the deck. This card for me is Aslan guiding, like as your spirit guides guiding you, but and it's a second lion here too. But anyway, I got a message from your spirit guides, and this is like this. It was almost like they screamed, like protect your energy, and you really need to do that. And there are a couple of ways you can do that. You can imagine, you can first of all, there are a few things you can do. First of all, keep a certain crystals on you, like keep them, or have a necklace of a certain crystal. I'm getting like tourmaline, but I'm not super familiar with crystals, so it has to be some sort of protecting crystal. I'm also getting obsidian, but there are some like protecting crystals, and you can have like a necklace or like earrings or a bracelet or something. Also, I'm seeing like evil eye, that might be really good for you. And then there are also these kind of like for example, I like to imagine myself being in a soap bubble. That's my energy field. And then I had a friend who said that they have always imagined being in a like bubblegum bubble. And so you can like think like what would be your bubble. Like you need to, you can also imagine like holding a shield, like a sword and a shield, and that protects you. But yeah, either way, you need to start protecting your energy. That was a very heavy message that I just got from your spirit guides. But yeah, I'm seeing tourmaline and obsidian, but I'm not, but it can be other crystals too. I just don't remember what those are. You can also do protective spells. That's also an option. I also feel like you should look into like witchcraft, but working with herbs. Like that is something, and working with plants. I feel like that is something that you should do or look into. That would be very grounding for you, and it's also something that you would be so good at. Because I feel like you crave, I feel like you are an introvert, like you crave being alone. You get charged by being alone, but your main purpose here is to heal people. You're here to heal people, and that means that you have to be around people. So you need to find things that charge your batteries, and working with herbs, working with Mother Earth, working with plants and flowers and things and watching them grow, they actually charge us also. And it's kind of like you're also being alone, you're also working with plants. It's like doubling the speed of your recharging. Yeah, so that is something that you should look into. You could start like small, like have like when you eat some fruits, take out the seeds and try to grow them. Like that is something that I like to do. I did that a couple of years ago. It was really, really fun, but I then stopped for whatever reason. So pile number 2, spirit guides, pile number 2. What do other people think of pile number 2? What do they think? What kind of energy do they give off? Oh my goodness. This is crazy. We also have, I just see High Priestess, but it will come back if it's meant to. Oh my god. Well, here we go again. We have the High Priestess, so I guess I'm just gonna take it. I did say that it will come back if it's meant to, so... So, okay, thanks, Spirit Guides, I got it. Yeah. Yeah, Dreaming High Priestess, yeah. That Dreaming card, it gives me High Priestess vibes. Also, I just realized, you maybe in that pile I actually had this card as the starting card. No, which reading was that? What makes you unique, maybe? I don't know, maybe? Anyway, if you know it, you know it. You may have been there. I also saw Queen of Pentacles, and then I saw the Hermit, and those are very, those would fit your reading very well, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if the Queen of Pentacles came, because that would also kind of like emphasize the fact that you need to start working with herbs and working with plants and stuff. Not just like buying plants, but actually like growing them yourself from seeds. That is something that you need to do. I also see like making your own like not just like working with them, but kind of like making, we have Death and Rebirth, it was reversed. Yeah, so what I was gonna say was that you might actually want to look into also like like making some sort of like cosmetics out of herbs and plants and stuff, kind of like like making serums and stuff, like picking out flowers, picking out herbs and making things from them, like making your own dandelion tea or something like this, or nettle tea, like using these to make tea and whatever, but also kind of like serums. I particularly see like a serum, but I think that's because that's the only one actual cosmetic thing that I know you can make. I don't know what flower it was. It was this kind of like that. It looks a little bit like a dandelion, but it's smaller. You can make like a really good serum out of that. But I feel like that is something that you might want to look into, to actually using those herbs, using those plants to make something amazing. I feel like you may be vegan, or that might be something that you're interested in looking into, or you may be cruelty-free, or that might be something that you're looking into. The moon, ooh. Yeah. Yeah, you need to start working with herbs and plants and things, and make things out of them. And that will also help you connect with your spirit guides and bring out your spiritual gifts, because you're supposed to heal with these things. I feel like you may be going into this is kind of a stretch, but I feel like you may be moving into a more natural life, like living off of the land and not buying makeup by making it yourself, for example. Kind of like Mother Earth provides kind of way of living. That is what I feel here. So that may resonate with just one of you, but still, it felt like something I should say. And that is what you're being called to do. And that is something that you're supposed to share with the world. Like, that is something that would help you. Like, I feel like that would almost be your like full-time job, just like living. Like, living and sharing your life will be your full-time job. Like, you're showing people how you can make these, I don't know, like lotions and potions and perfumes. What was that thing called? It was, what was it called? There is actually that one TikToker who does this kind of. I just remembered her. I don't remember her name, but it had a specific name. It was black ravaging. Hold on. Let me see. I don't want to say anything that I don't. Oh, hold on. Black. No. What is it? I'm gonna find the actual name, and I'm gonna be right back. Foraging. It was black foraging, and the reason why, because I actually saw like one of her videos. Oh, come on! Now I forgot the name. Hold on. Alexis Nicole? Damn it. Alexis Nicole, is it? Ah, yes. Alexis Nicole. So, yeah. Yeah, so something like that. I don't know why, but it's just something that I see you doing. And you may be like making videos out of it, like, and that is how you make a living. And I don't know, I feel like you're going to live a very beautiful and peaceful life, and I don't know, live in a cottage somewhere. I'm seeing like England, and this like very romantic little cottage, like covered in ivy, and having a garden, and that's just what I see for you. Like, that's a whole vibe, like having kind of like a witchy home. I don't know if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't, but I don't know. It's just what I see. Anyway, yeah, this is what I had for you. I really hope you enjoyed, and I would really love to read for you again, and I hope I see you in my next one. Bye! Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. So you chose the Angel Aura Quartz. And, ooh, Pyrite. Number 45. So what I see with the Pyrite is that you bring value to people's lives. It's kind of like, I feel like people are proud to be your friends, proud to be in your energy. And there's also this kind of like, you know the saying like, stay close to people who feel like sunlight? You're sunlight. Yeah, that is something that I feel here. And I also feel like you are incredibly generous. I feel like if you don't have a good financial situation yet, you will be having a good financial situation later in life. I feel like you are meant to be well off financially, and you will use that money to help people. You are very generous, and people really love that about you. And it really makes people fall in love with you. Like your generosity, the way you care for other people, the way you feel, how you make people feel. seen and heard and valued. And a lot of people think that you're like out of their league, or that they are out of you. I always forget like which way is it supposed to be said. Anyway, they think that you're like a little bit higher up than they are, but you don't see yourself that way. You don't see yourself that way at all. And people really, really like that. I feel like you're very humble. Yeah, people really like that about you. I'm having also a thought that you may not yourself quite understand your value. You may not see yourself the way other people view you. Yeah, there is this kind of like, maybe you feel like, oh, this doesn't sound like me at all. But this is how other people see you, not how you see yourself. This is about what other people think. And it's usually always completely different about, like, compared to what we think about ourselves. So yeah, that's very curious. Let's take some of these cards then. Pile number 3, Spirit Guides. How do other people see my beautiful pile number 3s? We have Aries. This energy around you is dynamic and spontaneous. Crusading, impulsive action is likely. Yeah. I see you have like this, you have this lust for life, this I want to experience everything there is to experience in life, and people really like that energy. They are really drawn to that energy. I just I'm in front of a window. I like to look outside the window when I'm channeling, and there are these 2 little kids like running across the street, like really happy. I don't know, that's just how I see you, kind of like a little bit carefree, like a child, like having fun, finding joy, like not even romanticizing your life, but like finding joy in everything. Like you're really connected with your inner child and you like to have fun. And not a lot of like grown-ups know how to have fun anymore. Like, you know, and you do that. And you don't think it's a waste of time. Like many adults feel like it's a waste of time to do things you used to do as a kid, but it most definitely is not a waste of time. We have climbing. Interesting. Oh. Jesus Christ, these flowers are annoying. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna move those like this. Much better. But now the flower is burning. Okay. This is not easy. Stupid flowers. Climbing. I still see this like climbing card, like climbing trees as a kid, like having fun like that, like finding, like doing the things you love to do as a kid. Like you never lost the child in you. You never did. And people really, really love that. You make people feel joy and you make them feel happy. They really crave to be in your energy. And there are a lot of people who wish that they could be your friend, because it's just like everybody is having so much fun around you. It's almost like if you go to a club or like a bar or something, people really wish that they could party with you because you make everything so fun. Like you have this like life force energy in you. Like you are like son's favorite child. I don't know why that came to me, but yeah. Okay, so we have legacy, persistence, interesting. So I do feel like most of you may have had money when you grew up. kind of like had some, maybe you were a little bit, at least like a, in the average, kind of like okay financially at least, not technically like completely broke, but you had some money, you had some, you were able to travel with the family, go to have like summer vacations and stuff. And I feel like you may have had a lot of pressure from your family. Funny enough, I'm seeing like Logan from Gilmore Girls. Because he's like, he finds joy in everything and likes to have fun, likes to party, and is very like open and you know, like doing silly things, but also like having like he had money, like money, and but he was also really pressured by the family, and I feel like there is this kind of like pressure by the family as well. Like they might want you to do something, maybe like go studying or take on the family company or something, and you don't want to do that. There is this resistance here. Like, I don't want to do what my family wants me to do. I just want to live my own life. And yeah. I'm sorry. Ugh, that was a yawn. Oh no. I'm drinking Pepsi during these readings because I often get really tired after the second reading. Like, I used to get so sleepy. I remember there was this one reading I really struggled to finish because I was like swaying on the spot, and I had a really hard time keeping my eyes open. It was really difficult. So now I have some Pepsi while I do these readings. I don't drink coffee and I don't like tea. Besides, tea gets cold and so would coffee, so I don't know. Anyway, yeah, there is this kind of like standing up for yourself, like choosing what you want to do, choosing what you want to believe in, and kind of like, I'm also seeing like Lorelai from the Gilmore Girls, how she basically threw away the wealthy life because she wanted to do what she wanted to do. She got pregnant as a 16-year-old, and their family was very wealthy as well, and but her family was her parents were very strict and wanted certain things for her, and were kind of like suffocatingly like on her all the time. Like, she had no space to breathe, so she basically ran away with her baby to work as a maid in an inn just to be free. And I kind of feel that for you as well. Like, you just want to have fun. Like, girls just want to have fun. But I wonder, I feel like you will be doing things on your own. I feel like you will be doing something without the support of your family then. And people really, there are some people, there's like people who are like, they're like on the other sides of this. Like the other people, they're like really inspired and really like, whoa, like they really did that. Like, that's kind of crazy, but very inspiring. Like, they just really want to do what they want to do and just like say fuck that and do what they want to do. And then there are other people who are like, well, that was a stupid thing to do. Like, why would you? You have all of these things in the future and you would just throw them away? For what? Like, you have nothing. So there is this kind of like, I don't know, there are two teams here. So let's get some tarot. So, okay, that came fast. Yeah, so we have 5 of Pentacles. Let's get another card with that. Yeah, it's almost like you feel like you're being locked up. Like, I'm getting like Rapunzel vibes when she is locked in the tower and she's not allowed to go anywhere. And you know how thirsty she is for life? Yeah, that's the energy that I have for you as well. And she is very connected to her inner child as well, isn't she? Like, yeah. I have a dream. I don't remember that song though. Ooh, so we have Queen of Cups, and then we have 8 of Swords as well, and the 8 of Pentacles. Funny thing is though that I feel like it's you who is keeping yourself locked up, to be perfectly honest with you. But you will be able to free yourself. And this is the first time I have ever seen that fish in there. That's crazy. But yeah, so let's think. What do I see? What's happening in here? Yeah, it's almost like your future is really frightening you. And you will be cutting yourself loose. You're gonna go on an adventure. Kind of like, I also see you going, like traveling, like backpacking through Europe or something. I really see that for you as well. And it's kind of like the opposite of what you are used to, kind of like, this is something that came to mind. Logan in Gilmore Girls, he said, like he always wanted to have just a plain old yellow cake as a birthday cake, but her parents always took him to like a really fancy restaurant, and his birthday cake was also always some like really fancy dessert with alcohol in it. And what he really just wanted was a simple yellow cake, a birthday cake, just the most usual kind of cake. And yeah, I feel like that is something that you will be doing as well, in a way. Like you may be used to traveling with your parents and going to like a, maybe not super fancy, but like nice hotels, and like, yeah, and then you decide to go backpacking through Europe and going as cheaply as possible, like making money like while you're there, kind of thing, like working part-time in some places to make a little bit more money to travel somewhere else. Yeah, that is something that I really see for you. And people really admire your bravery and this drive that you have, this, and people really have fun around you. They're really inspired when they are around you, when they talk to you. And yeah, people really, honestly, people really think that you are naive. Yeah. And some people really expect you to go back to your parents or whatever the situation is, because now you know what's really out there, kind of thing, and you're not gonna like what you're gonna see, type of thing. Like, you're gonna get scared and run home as soon as things get tough. But I don't think that's gonna happen, because you're really stubborn, okay? You're really like super stubborn. I have this like fire energy here. We have the Aries though, so that makes a lot of sense. I also see Sagittarius for some of you. And I hear also Aquarius moon and Gemini moon. So let's get some more cards. Pile number. Are you seeing like particular numbers that keep repeating themselves? Maybe a 9 or 999 or 39. don't know why, but that just came to me. Okay. Yeah, we have Ace of Swords. Like, your energy reminds me, do you remember that horse movie, Spirit? You're like that horse. You're like Spirit. I mean, oh my God, you're like super stubborn. You just want to be free. You don't care about anything else. You just want to be free. And I think that you will be. You really will be free. And that is something that people really love about you. You have this Rapunzel type of excited, happy to experience life type of energy. And you want to try new things. There are so many things for you to see, and I feel like you have been locked away for too long, and it's time for you to come out. Absolutely. That is coming off really, really strongly. So, how do other people see my beautiful pile number 3s? How do other people, oh my God. So, the only card that was upright was the Sun card. So let's take that. Yeah, I mean, I am not surprised. Like I said, you are Sun's favorite son or daughter. I don't know why that really comes to me, but I don't know. There's just something about you. People really crave your vibes. Didn't I say, it just came to me again. Stay close to people who feel like sunshine, and you are that kind of person. Like, people really want to be in your energy, and it's not like it's not like they want your energy for themselves, but they just want to bathe in it, if that makes sense. Kind of like, you know, like there's a sun, and it's really bright and warm, and you just want to lay in the sun and kind of like enjoy the warmth and the light and the energy that it gives you. Sorry, there was a second yawn. But they don't necessarily want to have a piece of that sun. They just want to enjoy that. They just want to bathe in the sunlight and the energy that it gives off. People really want to do things with you too, and they love that you're not. They love that you're a little bit humble. They love that you're not very cocky. You could be. You have every reason to be a little bit cocky, but you're not. You're really kind and loving, and people really love that about you. It's really amazing. So pile number 3. What do other people think of pile number 1? Pile number 3? What do other people think of pile number 3? What do other people think of pile number 3? Ooh, okay. I'm just gonna take those 3 cards. Also, I kept seeing like the Hermit in reverse. Okay. You are very positive, you're very optimistic, and you really have that spark in you. You know how people have that little spark in their eye? You have it too. Like, people see that, and people just really want to hang out with you. And you have this, you also have the same ability as the pile number 2 had. Like, they are able to turn things around and see the silver lining, and just really make things better even when things seem hopeless. You inspire people. You really do. People are really inspired being when they are in your energy, and a lot of people really want to be your friend. And I don't know, it's kind of like people charge their batteries in your presence, like you are kind of like a charger. That is really weird. But you have that passion, and the best thing about you is that you actually go for it. You actually go chase that dream, chase that passion. You're not afraid to try, and you're not afraid to fail. You understand that it's part of life, and that's how you learn, by failing. You're not afraid of being bad at things that you're new at. You just want to learn and try new things, have more experiences. Yeah. Amazing. I really love being in your energy too. Like, it's really, I don't know, makes me feel really good and energized. And like, I want to do the things like go outside and climb the trees and run in a silly way and skip along. But yeah, amazing. I love that. So this is what I had for you. I really hope you enjoyed. I would really love to read for you again, and I hope I see you in my next one. Bye!